Alright guys, what is going on? We are back here for a standard Monday standard over at my local card store, Paragon Gaming. As you can see, I got the mat to show off for the store. So today we're going to be doing Sultai Dragons again for standard. As I've said before in the last video, I did a deck tech and I played online, and now I built the deck. It's only missing two cards since we've done the deck tech, and the sideboard. Two cards in the sideboard, so it's missing two obstinate Baloffs for the sideboard and two disruptive Storm Broods for the main, which is pretty relevant, especially since I'm about to play RW Aggro in the first game, and not having those early removal can be pretty rough for the aggro matchups. So, but as you can tell, we're gonna see here and get things off the way, and he's gonna start off and bash me in the face for one, which is not a good start for me. So 1920, he plays a Monastery Swift Spear with an Inspiring Vantage, and then casts Monastery Swift Spear, hitting me for one. And then I play a Hedge Maze and pay one, and then we're just checking to make sure that the life score is on there. It makes it a lot easier for me to keep track of. So we surveil and we put a Fable Passage into the graveyard. We got plenty of lands in hand, so I definitely got the removal, but we only got one removal right now. We killed a prowess dude, but leaving any kind of prowess guy out with these decks can be just extremely dangerous, which I think we're gonna see here on this turn. I mean, on turn 3, if he casts 3 spells, like burn spell, and hits me, I can be at like 8 life, which is pretty scary. Especially, which I think he's playing like more on the burn spells, which I see like a Boros Charm in his hand, and it's like gives you that little extra reach after you've already played a couple of creatures. I have tons of early interaction too, which is kind of crazy. So, uh, so he chooses to do double strike, but it's the same thing. It does 4 more damage because he monstrous rage, um, and monstrous rage goes to 2. Well, maybe it's more. So it goes to 2, and then goes to 3. Monstrous rage would be 4, 5, and he double strikes me. That'd be 6. That's 12. Yeah, that's what he did. Yep. Okay. That's why I'm at 4. Which I don't think it matters here. I'm like, you cast any spell, I'm probably dead. Especially a bird spell. I mean, he can already hit me for 2, so I'm guessing he has two mana spells. I'm like, yeah, I don't got anything. So in the sideboard for this event, I Baloffs are ones that come in, and then I have the Fang familiar, I think is what it's called. The Fang something familiar. I forget what it's called. It's the Sultai snake that comes in, and it gains 3 life, surveils 3, counters a creature or destroys an enchantment. So that comes in just for the gain life. I didn't have my Baloffs, so the Bales would normally come in, but I think we brought in Haywire Mites just to like early block and gain me 2 life. And what was the other card? I felt like there was the Familiars and the Haywire Mites. Let's see if it shows. No. I just took out my late game. Like, I think I leave like 1 Ugin in. Nah, that's probably not smart. But the other card I didn't have for this matchup was the second Bloomvine dragon. So, which has been pretty good. Ugh. The Bloomvine dragon I've been pretty impressed with. I played 2, and then I play 3 forest for it. The Bloomvine dragon, or the Bloomvine regent, I think is the name of the card. It is 3 mana omen. Look for 2. It's a cultivate for forest. So specifically basic forest, so you can't go get like your surveil lands or anything, but it puts one into play tapped, and then the other one goes into your hand. Just like cultivate, and then it shuffles back in. So I did that because I think it's pretty good. It's just a two of. It allows you to ramp to kind of get into your 4 and 5 drop spells. And then it's also really good against burn. Once you've kind of stabilized and you resolve that card, if they don't have a way to remove it, it gains 3 life when it first comes in, and then every other dragon that comes in afterwards subsequently gains you 3 life as well. So it's a pretty nasty card. I'm not gonna lie, especially like with a burn meta going on. It can be really annoying. So, but I mean, we have tons of early interaction. This is where I'm like, I got a mulligan down because we have 4 Caustic Exhale, 4 Dispelling something, which is the 2 mana counter spell. And then normally we'd have 4 Disruptive Storm Broods, which destroys target creature with power 3 or less. So it's like, oh, I am yawning like crazy. 4 early interaction spells. And then, like, if we get to 4 mana, we get the XX board wipe to -2/-2, which kills almost everything other than Karen. I call it Karen because another streamer calls it Karen. The 3/3 that whenever it takes damage, it Boros Reckoners you without being able to gain life. So that card's probably the only card that you can't kill, early on. So I start off with the Haywire Might, and the whole goal is just to stable, keep it stable. We're just trying to make sure that they, we try to stay alive for as long as possible. So you turn 1, the Hired Claw, turn 2's Hired Claw, and then like I like literally went brain dead here for a second. I was like, oh yeah, whatever spell he casts, I'm gonna counter. So then we block. I mean, that card's not gonna do anything else, so put that in, draw some cards, and now we really need black mana. I think that's our big one. I'm kind of hoping he like loads up on the board here, but it looks like he's got a lot of lands and a Boros Charm. So puts a +1/+1 counter on it. I think we have the black hand, our black land, yeah, which we go get here, and then we have the Disruptive Stormbrood, which we're about to cast. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Destroy target creature power 3 or less. And by the looks of his hand, he doesn't have much going on. So I believe we're gonna bluff a counter spell here because I don't think we have anything. Oh no, Haywire Might. That makes sense. So just another blocker, gain life. And now, I mean, literally, I think we have the 5th land. So just any spells that are 5 or more mana right here, just kind of like bring us right into this game. So yeah, I feel like we could be speeding up just a little bit here. I feel like we're playing maybe just a little bit slow, and he doesn't really have anything, so this is probably like best case scenario for me. And I have the Scavenger Regent. I don't think there's any reason for me to commit to doing anything here or even attack because I can just surveil 2 here at the end of his turn. Which I'm pretty sure. So yeah, he has the Urbask Forge here. I think I'm supposed to take 1 this turn because it's only 1 and then get my surveil on. I could be wrong, but it also would tap me out, so there's a chance that he could kill it. So maybe it's not. But now that I drew that, it's like, yeah, that seems bad. I wish I would have kind of not done it. I mean, that would have been the other upside to it as well, getting the Surveil 2. Because the Disruptive Stormbrood, if I didn't sell you guys, it's a 5 mana, 3/3 flyer on the backside, and when it ETBs, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So I only have 2 uncommons here. He has more than me, so he loses one, two, three, 4 life, and I lost 2. So cards are, I think, Waken the Honored Dead or Scavenger Regent. Okay. So Defensive Monstrous Rage. This is probably the best thing that we could ever ask for in a Monstrous Rage. So, and this is what I'm talking about, the Omen cards, man. The Omen cards are sweet. Just like boom, shuffling back in. Seems great. We just drew some cards. So trying to figure out what we need here, but I mean, I think we're blocking so we can minimize damage because he can easily still come back into this game. Like I was still so worried just with the fact of it being red. I think we were supposed to awaken the Honor Dead there. Would have made his Monstrous Rage less good. So this is where we talked about this. So I gained 2 life, draw a card by exiling cards out of his hand. Um, I awaken the dead here. I shouldn't have gained the 2 life, so everyone knows that. But this is just a like non-competitive REL. So I was telling him about it, and he was basically just explaining that we can do it in the order in which it makes it better. Where I play the awaken dead first, kill the spell, and then cast the cease to desist. But we'll just choose the same spells just to make it fair on that part, and I still draw the card and gain a life just to keep us from having to go back. So on the second one it mills 3, which is good here because my lands are my land's gonna get me back this Belmerk hopefully next turn, and I'm just gonna take over the game. So he's got Boros Charm and 2 lands, so I think we just kind of like take control of the game here. So get Surveil 2, and I'm like, whoa, I like both of these cards. So draw this. I forget. I know there's a Scavenger Regent in hand. Oh, and a Awaken of the Honor Dead. I don't know what the other card is. So we discard the Scavenger Regent. So this is like another cool synergy, right? You discard Scavenger Regent, then you get it back a this guy, the Overlord of the Belmerk, and then you can just get your Scavenger Regent right back, like, which is cool. So, I mean, I get to choose between the two, so we're just gonna take Scavenger Regent. Oh, I mean, I guess maybe not. I guess we take the other dude here. So, I guess that makes sense, knowing that he's in my hand, and like the only thing I'm really scared about is the Urbrask Forge, at this point. So, looking at his hand, I see it looks like 5 damage worth of spells. If he's trying to stay in this game, he should have cast that and killed my 4/5 dragon. 100%. I mean, 5 damage is not worth every single dragon that I cast. Gaining me 3 life. So yeah, I get a region here. And then I'm stating them, I'm putting them on there so everyone knows that, I'm gonna go down, that one's gonna go down to 4 and then one's gonna go down to 3 by the end of this turn. I'm just trying to do it ahead of time. So tap 2, trigger, gain 3 life. And then I'm attack for 4. I mean, I think we're just in a safe spot. This feels really good here. I don't know what else he can do. One of the cards I would really like to try out, I don't know if it's good enough, is it. I think it's the dragon. It's the green blue one. It puts 3+1/+1 counters on something. Maybe just like a one of, but it puts 3+1/+1 counters on something, and then it's a 5 drop. It's a five mana like 3/4, I think, that comes in and with flash, and then all of your omen and dragon spells have flash as well. Uh, when it's on the field. So that's kind of cool. Don't know how great it is. I think it'd be good with the Disruptive Stormbrood, but if it's not there, then it's not that great. So we'll try to get ahead. I think I made a huge blunder here, game 3. I think I pretty much kept, especially against like mono red. I kept like an unkeepable hand. So I'm just, no matter what I'm playing against, I'm just like always like, I don't want to mulligan because it sucks. And, sometimes you just got to go, well, you have to, kid. I think I have like up the beanstalk and two Overlord of the Bale Mercs. So, I mean, literally this hand does nothing. And then I just drew the Bloomvine Regent. So, like, okay, yeah, we stabilized with that dragon off that draw, but are we gonna get there? That's the question, kids. And he's monstrous raging me off the bat, so that's pretty scary. So that's, yeah, got me to 14. I'm just glad he didn't have another land, something to follow up with. Um, so let's see what I do. I didn't do anything. Did I have the removal spell, or maybe it's a counter spell? I had the counter spell. Okay, so we take 3 from the cast. I don't think it was supposed to be beans here. Oh, I think the point was is hoping that I draw a caustic exhale, but I feel like I could have like drawn a removal spell, so I feel like the Overlord was supposed to be the cast here. I mean, would have seen a lot more cards and hopefully answered something. So I think this is the turn where he does double strike, and I was explaining to him that it's basically the same. Because it's a 1/2, it gets +1 and then +1 again on the second spell. So if he gets a double strike, it's the same as doing 4 damage as if doing 4 damage to my face. So no matter what, it's 8. So we really need a removal spell here. He's got one card in hand, and I'm guessing I didn't. And this is where I tried to do this, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is a 2/3." So I'm just dead. I'm like, that doesn't work. Yeah, Disruptive Stormbrood I think is the only one, and I'm pretty sure I hit 4 lands here. So, which is crazy because I analyzed the pollen is supposed to be my. I had 2 analyzed the pollens, and that was supposed to be my third and fourth Disruptive Stormbrood. Which is funny enough. If that was it, I probably would be stabilizing this game because next turn I would have been casting a dragon that would have been gaining me 3 life. Uh, Actually, no, maybe not. Now that I think about it, because he would have just killed me. So, but I just kept a hand that didn't have any like early interaction. I should have mulligan, hoping that I'd get a better hand. So, I don't know what I was thinking. It was bad. I normally, in my opinion, I've even played online a lot, and I just don't think I have that terrible. I think I'm favored majority of the time because, like I said, I have on just 2 mana spells, and the Caustic Exhale is a 1 as long as I have a dragon in my hand. So between turn 1, I have 4 1 mana spells basically that give neg 3 to his creatures, which is great. And then for 2 mana, we have Disruptive Stormbrood and the counter spell. So which is more reactive. It's not as great against burn, but still, like that's early interaction. And then on turn 3, we have the Awaken of the Honor of the Dead, which destroys any permanent. So just more removal. There's 4 more. And then, on 4, like I've said, we have the give target creatures neg X. So he can give neg 2, and then it gets better as more turns go on. So I mean, there's 4, and then oh yeah, we have 4 of the 2 mana destroy target creature with power of 3 or less. So like super great. I mean, you have 4, 8, 12 early interactions with 2 mana or less. Another 4 at 3 mana. So at 16 by turns 1 through 3 interaction spells with literally with aggro and their creatures and permanents, other than non-land, of course, non-land permanents. Um, and then if we get into turn 4s and 5, like if I get to 4 and 5 mana, I mean the interactions get even better. So we get to up the beanstalk into a counter spell or a removal spell again. So like I don't think it's bad. I think we just gotta like have decent hands and starts and then stabilize. So I took out a little bit of the top end to kind of go more into the top end for my sideboard there against red. So just to be more into the control matchup, I'm just kind of skipping back just to finish off here. But yeah, as always, guys, we're gonna get to the end of the video here. I appreciate you guys always coming in and watching my videos. If you've made it this far towards the end, if you want to like and subscribe, that would be amazing. If we end up getting to I think my next goal is 250. I'm going to be doing another giveaway. I might do 500 just because finances are a little tight. So just with everything, between work going on and just having, I have this RCQ coming up or the regional coming up, investing in decks and travel and everything. So I think I'm gonna wait till 500 because I am getting close to 250. But if we get there, we get there. If we get to 250 and I'm doing great, I'll do it. But if not, most likely it'll be 500. So, but again, guys, thank you for watching the videos and Top Genji's out. Peace, everyone.